Welcome back, a baseball podcast, episode 4, everyone. I'm Charles.
I'm PJ.
And I'm Jacob.
And we have another fun-filled episode full of baseball talk, baseball discussions, and baseball fun, right?
That's right.
Lots of baseball.
We actually had some games to watch, a week's worth, but hey, something to see. And what's really kind of fun early in the season is seeing the teams who are supposedly good at the bottom of their division. Like the New York Mets. They're at the bottom of the division. I love that.
I didn't know they were supposed to be good.
You know, that's a very good point. Very
true.
good point.
The only thing they have that says they should be good is the payroll.
That's also very true.
Doesn't a big chunk of that just go to Bobby Bonilla?
You know what? It does. I cannot wait to celebrate Bobby Bonilla. That's going to be a party here on
I think
the show.
it goes to Mr. and Mrs. Met, taking care of them too. A lot of that probably.
Shouts out the Mets.
Yeah.
Not the team, the couple.
mascots, yeah.
The couple.
Yeah.
And we welcome everyone to make comments on the show, ask us questions, whatever you want. We're starting some social medias, and it's very infant stages. We're Instagram, Facebook. Comment on Spotify. Comment wherever you can comment. And actually, we got a comment. We want to talk about the comment we got on our Spotify. John Knoll commented on our last episode and said, Astros are winning it all. 5 straight wins. Sweep of the Red Sox, including putting up runs on Crochet, a vintage LMJ start. I had to Google what LMJ was. Lance McCullers Jr. He's a pitcher for the Astros.
He's been on the mend a little bit the last few years, so he's kind of been in the background.
I forgot he even pitched for them, honestly. Jordan is hot. Altuve's showing patience at the plate. Things are looking good. Sincerely, completely non-biased, lifelong Astros fan.
Well, I mean,
He sounds non-biased.
yeah, he sounds non-biased to me, right?
I have no problems with the Astros. Some people have problems with them.
Some people call them the Asterix, right?
They do.
Right. Or the Trastros.
The Trastros,
Yeah.
indeed. We've heard these names.
But you know what, John? I remind you back when the Braves won the World Series. They beat the Astros.
That's true.
That was awesome.
That was.
I don't think Jorge Soler's home run has landed yet.
It's stuck in orbit still.
Stuck in orbit still. So have you guys seen anything from early on? Like, what have you seen so far this season?
Well, there's been some surprises, like you mentioned. The Marlins have been a surprise. They top of the division.
Dude.
No one really expected that. That's
Alcantara.
a few games, but
Alcantara,
Jacob,
dude.
I'll let you.
Yeah, 16 innings pitched, 0 ERA. That's tough to beat, right?
Yeah, he was really good a few years ago, and last couple of years, maybe it was just last year, he's injured. But when he's good, he's
good.
He's really,
Complete
really good.
shutout game the other night,
His
That's-
ERA is lower than Paul Skeens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how do you beat 0?
You don't. Not with ERA.
How do you beat 0?
Charles, you know whose ERA is not lower than Paul Skeens?
Who's that?
James McCann.
James McCann. PJ, I'm just going to say you're new to the game. You know some baseball now, but I'm still going to call you new to the game. You're
I'm not
new to-
PJ.
Jacob. Excuse me. I'm looking at you. Jacob.
Okay.
The other day, the Braves were playing the Diamondbacks, and they brought in James McCann to pitch. You know what's kind of cool about that?
What?
James McCann is not a pitcher.
Oh.
He is a catcher.
Dude, that's like when they brought in Pareda however long ago that was.
I like when position players come in to pitch.
I like seeing how high the ball can go before it goes straight across the plate.
Well, and the best part is all the hits the Braves got off him, none of them made it to the strike zone. They were all like neck high, but they were like 50 miles an hour. So they were just ripping it to the other side of the field. It was amazing.
I have seen major league hitters go up there and try to hit those really slow fastballs. They're not fastballs. They're slow.
I mean, yeah.
And they can't even hit them. I was actually kind of surprised the Braves hit a couple of homers off of James McCann. Usually it's like they're those hitters are really expecting like the 100-mile-per-hour.
Oh, absolutely.
So when you get like a 60-mile-per-hour, it's kind of strange, right? But, there's some kind of weird things in the game. When position players come in the pitch, I think that's fun.
Well,
Do you want to know what James McCann's ERA is?
Career-wise?
Just this year so far.
Just this year, what is it?
It's 45.
45
He's
is a
pitched
bad
3
ERA.
innings in his career.
That's it's pretty bad.
Man, I mean, a catcher, you would think a catcher would have an idea of the strike zone.
I
guess
don't
he
think it
does.
was that. They never made it to the strike zone.
They never made it to the strike zone.
That's just a
He faced 10 batters and gave up 5 runs.
wow.
Yeah.
We-
This
7 hits.
coincidentally, this brings us pretty close to my. Are these numbers close?
Let's do it.
So,
we played this game last
yeah.
episode. I enjoyed this game because I won the game.
I decided I wanted to do pitchers this
Okay.
time. I
Okay.
felt like pitchers today. You know.
What
Maybe.
stats are you pulling from
So we're gonna be looking at the innings pitched and the ERA
for
Okay.
this season?
for last year.
Last season, because we don't really
For
have much.
2025.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
not enough to go on this year. I
Because
feel
James
like that might
McCann's
be
not going to
unfair.
finish with a 45 ERA.
You didn't put James McCann on that list, did you?
That would be amazing, wouldn't
He
it?
didn't pitch last year.
I would be furiously scribbling right now if that were the case, but no. No, that's not the case.
James
Well-
McCann went to Arkansas.
He
Shout out
did.
James
He
McCann.
did. Since I won the last time we played this game, PJ, I'll allow you to go first.
Wow.
Isn't that nice of me?
What a gentleman.
All right, guys. So our first pitcher, Zach Gallen.
How's that Gallen?
Me and
What-
Charles are big fans of Zach Gallen.
Diamondback
Yes, that is indeed true.
last season, PJ.
What do you think his ERA was, PJ?
Oh, I think I remember talking to you about Zach Gallen, Charles, because we were like, the Braves could use him. I'm going to say, I think he had a bit of a down year last year. I'm going to say a 3.86.
3.86.
Do you want me to tell you what I think?
Yeah,
I don't think his ERA was all that awesome last year.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
And I'm remembering this because of fantasy baseball. I don't know the exact numbers.
PJ, you are talking 3.86, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
not
Yeah, if you're talking
386.
300, that is
Well,
crazy. You never
decimals
know.
matter in this area.
Well,
I think it was closer to 5. I'm going to say 4.8. I know that sounds crazy, but
you got to be
4.8.
cautious though, because you don't want to go over.
4.80, that's my final answer.
That's your final answer.
Yeah. Oh, no.
All right. Do we want to get the answer for that right now, or do we want to move on to innings pitched?
Let's do innings pitch too. At least.
Okay.
See if we can just knock out both.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
How many innings do you think he pitched?
I'm gonna say he threw 158.
158.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember if he was injured any last season.
I don't know. I'm just thinking he wasn't that good. So I know I said he had a 3, whatever.
Yeah. How many did you say innings
But
pitched?
158.
Innings pitch is a weird one for me. I'm going to say 167. Pretty close to you, but not that
167.
bad. Pitching innings, it depends on how good you are.
Right. Yeah. You're gonna pitch more if you're pitching well, and if you're not, then that's why I was thinking 150 because he probably only went like 5 innings every time, if that.
Exactly right.
You see, that's one of the stats, though, that I think is really interesting, though, because you also see certain other pitchers get thrown in there and just burn them out.
You don't see that as much anymore.
You don't see it as much anymore, but you see them just start them off 5 innings for however long, just to kill time, it seems,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, sometimes you see that.
Josh Tomlin used to do that for the Braves.
You gotta get those innings in somehow.
Yeah.
And then there are some times where you look at older players and they have like 8,000 innings pitched, and you're like, how is your shoulder working at all? How can you pick up anything in the world at all?
Some of them could, like old Haas Radborn, he couldn't.
No, he's done. He's done. Okay, so answers here. Charles, you said
ERA wise,
ERA. Actually, we'll go PJ first.
okay.
PJ, you said, because we'll go in order, right? PJ gave me an answer
Yeah,
first.
go ahead. PJ, go first.
ERA 3.8. That is incorrect.
Okay.
It's 4.8.
Is it
Wow.
4.8 for real?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is an instance where I believe fantasy baseball helped me out.
Yeah, I was
because
about to say.
remember that being somewhere near 5.
It's 4.83.
Well,
but-
still,
4.8 is.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
didn't go over, right?
You didn't go over. Innings pitched. The correct answer is 192.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
He pitched a lot then. They were just letting him.
pitched more than you guys thought.
They were just letting him go.
Well, he was sort of their ace in a way.
He-
you know?
Yeah.
He was feeling a little hotter than you guys expected.
Yeah. So Charles wins both of them.
Zach Gallen, I knew you were one of my favorite Diamondbacks. Zach Gallen. I'll take that victory. Do you have another player?
I do have another player.
Hit us. Let's play it.
All right, you guys know I'm a huge fan of this guy.
Who is it?
This is Chris Paddock.
Chris Paddock is your Manny Machado.
Who did Chris Paddock play for last year?
He played for Detroit.
They were good.
Did he pitch the whole season for Detroit?
Let me look it up.
He probably did.
I mean, I've got the stats for innings pitched, but I can't tell you if that actually equates to like truly a whole season.
I mean, I can't remember him being traded in a blockbuster.
I don't think he'd be mentioned if there was a blockbuster. I mean, Chris Paddock is also going. Forgot him at the airport.
There is no way Chris Paddock
I wish
was
we
this good.
forgot him at the airport.
Yeah, he sounds like he hasn't been having a great start for the Marlins this year.
He can't be better.
You guys
want to
see? You want to know his ERA for this year? It's
This-
18.
18,
Yeah,
that's
this
pretty
year.
good. That's better than James McCann.
Last year.
Okay, no, last
so
year.
he only
Sorry.
played for the Detroit last year?
Yeah, last year he played for. I'm pulling it up. The appearances.
He had to have. I don't
remember him playing for Detroit at all.
Yeah, it says Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
that's
right.
It says Detroit.
Charles,
they cut their losses. They're
But
like,
if
we
I
don't
were to
need
tell you how many games that could give away innings pitched,
Maybe.
I can't. I'm not about to give anything away for last
Okay.
season.
Charles, are you going
I'm
first
ready.
or
Let's
am I
do
going
this.
first?
I'll go
You're
first.
winning, yeah. You're
Hey,
kicking my
Chris
butt.
Paddock. There's no way he was as good as Zach Gallen, and Zach Gallen wasn't that great last year. I'm gonna say he had an ERA of 5.30. That's his ERA.
That was so good. The Marlins were like, we got to get that guy.
Got to.
We have to have him.
Innings pitched. You may go ahead.
Yep.
199 innings pitched.
They were just no wonder he had a 5.3. He pitched so much.
He pitched a lot.
Yeah. I'm going to go 134 innings. I didn't feel like he probably pitched too much. And I'm going to say he had a 4.72.
Okay.
I could just see. Will you get a point, PJ? Will you get 2 points?
I'm going to get I feel like neither one of us going to get a point here.
What do we have?
I wish I could just play the game like that, but it just doesn't work that way, does it? Like it's throwing the horseshoe close to the pin.
Well, if we both went over, neither one of us get a point, right?
That's true.
Did we
That's
both go over? Oh,
no,
no.
he's not
Okay.
that good. he's
What?
not. He's not
Tell
that
us, Jacob. Tell
good.
us.
No. Chris Paddock's ERA was 6.32.
I told you.
I tried to give Chris Paddock a benefit of the doubt. Usually
You
you have a
should-
6.32. You don't get
should
many jobs.
Just be done with him, like I am.
How do you get that high of an ERA?
Chris Paddock, if you hear this, you can come meet me out back. We'll fight. All right.
You're not coming on the podcast.
So I
You're
win
not
that
allowed
one
on the
because I'm
podcast.
closest. Correct?
You do win that one. The innings pitched though,
Oh, no.
47.
Oh, so he barely pitched. We're
well,
both over?
I think it's obvious why he barely pitched. Right?
Because he was not that great last season. But you know what? You can't. What I cannot say.
Maybe the sheriff is going to bring it back at some point.
Maybe.
I don't know. And if you do, you're welcome on the podcast. But
Hey, I didn't pitch a single
until
inning for
then-
the big leagues last year. Neither did PJ. Neither did Jacob. He did.
It's true.
43 of them. So I get 3 points. I really like this game. I'm way better at this than Pickle. I can tell you that.
That's true. That's true.
Some-
Speaking of pickle,
Yeah.
shall we start today's
You
game?
want to just dive into that?
Yeah.
All right, let's dive into
Since
that.
you're so good and you're such a winner, Charles, I
Well,
think you're going to start with the
you-
first guess.
yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
have
start.
to go first.
Yeah,
yes,
you
for
have
sure.
to start. There's
You
no
have
I
to.
want
We're
to.
not gonna.
You
We're not
have
gonna let you weasel out
Yeah.
of this.
Fair enough.
Since we're keeping score, apparently, and Jacob's got all three.
You know,
I thought it was a team effort, but Charles said it was
I
a
also
score
thought
last
it was
time.
a team effort, but
I thought it was you guys against me.
I
That's what
consider
thought
it.
was.
I consider it almost like a Jordan Pippen effect.
Yeah.
Right. He's
Yeah.
passing it to me, and I'm dunking it.
I think it's more of he's Dennis Rodman, get the rebound, pass to Jordan, get the rebound, pass to Jordan.
Well, it.
Because he'll just say a guy and he'll be like, Charles, that guy died 10 years ago.
Jordan wouldn't have got the ball without him, right?
Exactly.
I'm not going to pick someone who died 10 years ago, but I will start with a player for you.
Okay.
Someone who I like a lot. I'm just going to throw a player I like out there. Third baseman, Austin Riley. His birthday was this week. Let's give him a shout out.
29 years old and one day.
29 years old.
I got to say, one, I was watching the highlights from the Braves game, and his hair is so long now.
He
And
does have
two,
a-
it's crazy. Charles, Austin Riley debuted in 2019. Can you
I
believe
know.
that?
Wow.
I know.
Feels like, he just debuted not that
It
long
doesn't
ago.
seem right. And he almost was a left fielder. Believe it. Josh Donaldson saved us.
I remember that he was in left field and they would substitute him in the 8th inning, and his nickname, because like they used to do nickname jerseys, he got hurt, but his nickname jersey was going to be El Ocho because he was the 8th inning defensive substitute, because he was so bad in left field.
Way better at third base. And third base is a hard position. You can throw the ball from third to first in mere seconds to get a guy out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you have a really good third baseman, you typically, and a shortstop in third base, you typically have a really good infield defense.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But, Austin Riley, he's been a gamer for the Braves, I can tell you that. But now I'm curious if Austin Riley got us any information on today's pickle game at all.
This is a good question.
Austin Riley. He's on the Atlanta Braves in the NL East, which the NL East is incorrect. Bats right is incorrect. Throws right is correct. Country
Okay.
USA is correct. Age 29 is incorrect. And position is wrong as well.
You say USA is incorrect?
USA is correct.
Well, at least the division is incorrect because that narrows it down significantly.
That does. That means it's AL Central or West.
And this is a lefty? You chose a lefty?
I did.
Oh, wait, it
He
could be a
chose-
switch.
He chose a
No.
bats left, throws right.
Bats left, throws right.
Okay.
Yep.
That's left those right.
And you said not 29.
Not 29. Nope.
Not 29 or within 2 years of 29.
So
Those
not
are the rules.
so
Well-
that narrows it down some.
29's not old, Charles.
It's not.
But compared to this guy, who's making his major league debut soon, 29's pretty old. You know who I'm talking about?
Are you talking about Connor Griffin?
I am.
Connor Griffin. I've been waiting for him to be called up all season long, which hasn't been that long. Man.
Yeah, your fantasy roster's about to thank you, isn't it?
Charles Jacob told me something interesting earlier today,
What's that?
that Connor Griffin is the first teenager to play in the MLB since Juan Soto.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Man.
And we're talking about 2019 being a long time ago. 2018, when Juan Soto and Ronald Acuna debuted, that feels... I mean, those guys are veterans now.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, some players just have it, you
Yeah.
know, but, what's kind of crazy to me is thinking about all those players who aren't called up, those minor leaguers who are just in the minors. I hate using the term career minor leaguer
Yeah.
because it's not their fault.
Well, and, honestly, I always have a lot of respect for those guys.
Yeah.
You ride the buses. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of those minor leaguers in the lower levels, they're not making much money.
Yeah.
But if you're a guy who's been doing it, you're in your mid-30s, you've been around, you might be making a little, nice chunk of change.
Sure.
You can play baseball, Yeah, you might not ever get to be in the big leagues, but I think it's pretty cool that guy, he just loves playing the game,
Well, if you're driving, I don't suggest you do this, but think about all those career minor leaguers that are waiting or waited forever and just salute them. Salute.
What was that guy's name, Charles? I don't know if you remember, that played for the Braves a few years ago. Scott Kazmar? Was that his name?
Casimir. Is that how you say it? I can't remember how to say his name, but I remember who you're talking about. He was in the minors for a long time before he got called up. Connor Griffin didn't have that problem.
Well, hey.
It was Sean Kazmar.
Yes.
Scott Kazmir was a pitcher. Sean Kazmar he made his debut in 2008, Jacob. 23 years old for the Padres.
Yeah.
Played 19 games. 2021 was the next time he played in the big leagues at 36 years old.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Fingers crossed Garrett Hawkins has better fate here.
Yeah.
Hey, he probably will.
Yeah.
He probably will.
Plays on the Padres, so they'll probably be injured.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah. They're going to need him.
Do you have another guess you can throw out there?
Oh, do I have another
Yeah.
guess?
Did you come
a
up with
little-
Charles got the
little-
rebound and he's passing it to
I'm
Jordan.
passing
A little left-right action.
That's a difficult one because the
That
left,
is
right,
a difficult one.
and it's not a third baseman.
The thing that makes it difficult is not being around. Wait, didn't he just say Connor Griffin is the?
Well, we were
Pickle?
just talking about Connor.
Yeah, we were
Griffin,
just talking about Connor Griffin.
'cause
Oh,
he's
okay.
really young.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Austin Riley's 29, and it's not 2 years either side of that.
Not 2 years either side of it, left, right, and Central or West.
Dig a little.
Or sorry, AL Central or West, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need to dig a little? Because I know you're a genius over there when it comes to
Yeah, let me
this.
dig a little.
Because you know what, PJ? Something happened in the past week that we need to talk about.
What's that?
Baseball finally, in my eyes, has done something right. There's been games on Netflix, games on Peacock, NBC, and these games, the Netflix game, 3 million viewers. 3 million. NBC, Peacock, they have 2 games, 3.2 million and 2.3 million. That's a lot.
It is.
Major League Baseball Network, MLB Network, most watched opening day in Major League Baseball Network history.
Wow.
History.
Wow.
Some people must be liking it.
Well, this might be like a simple answer, but I feel like if you ever been like, oh, baseball is interesting, but I've never really been, I've never gone out of my way. But you're on Netflix and it's like, hey, there's a game on, and you're like, I know that's a place I can watch it. Because if you're not that interested, you don't know you got to go to MLB TV, and you're
Right.
definitely not going to pay
Yeah.
for it. And yes, there's games on ESPN and stuff, but if you're not a huge sports fan, you're probably not going and looking at ESPN or when those games are on the national TV, so that you can go on NBC or you can go on Apple or you
Right.
can go on Netflix. For people that maybe aren't big baseball fans to have, oh, there's a baseball game right in front of me, that might be part of it. And also,
Oh, absolutely.
there's the last few years, it feels like a lot of younger people are finding baseball from different ways. And
Right.
so now they're becoming fans. Like, oh, new season, let me tune in.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of crazy. And just think, people complain about streaming at times. People complain. Well, I complain about blackouts. That's a whole different subject.
And that there's like 19 different ways to watch.
There are a lot of different ways to watch. But, look, if you can get people to watch, great. The other sports aren't really doing it. I mean, NBA is probably the closest one I can think of that does stuff.
I think they all do. Because
And-
the NFL does Prime and
Yeah.
Peacock and
They also are really keen into still broadcast, in my eyes.
for sure.
But, I mean, with NFL and watch all the games, I mean, do they have, like, something that you can stream all the teams with? I haven't really looked into NFL
They
in a
have
long
Sunday
time.
Ticket.
I know that's a cable provider thing.
Yeah.
Can you do a streaming version of that?
Red Zone. I don't know
I
if
don't
that's. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not the.
If anyone knows, please let us know.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to say baseball's doing things right
Yeah.
with that.
More access is always good.
Absolutely.
I've got a pickle guess for you.
Okay.
A Cole Young.
He was itching to get this one off. I don't know if you could see.
I was
Cole Young
finger
plays for
twitching,
who?
dude. He plays for the Mariners.
Mariners.
Yep. I'm a big fan
I'm looking at
of Cole
PJ.
Young or of
of the Mariners.
not of
Have
Cole
you
Young.
seen? Do you know
I
much
mean,
about
I like
Cole Young?
He's cool.
What position
Is he
does
Cool
he play?
Young?
He plays second base.
Second base.
Yeah, I saw him. I've seen him play a few times, but they had several blackout games recently, and that was obviously a bit of a hindrance.
Because who were the Mariners playing recently? For?
I think it was.
They were on
Yankees.
National.
Oh, National. See, that's a whole other subject that is crazy to me. National stuff getting blacked out, crazy subject. But I mean, Mariners. I'm actually glad you picked the Mariners, one of the teams for you to watch.
Well,
those West Coast teams are hard for us
Yeah.
in this time zone.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It feels good though.
Would you like to know what Cole Young?
Yeah.
got? All right.
Absolutely.
Cole Young. He's got a nice smile. Looks like a swell fella on his
Absolutely.
picture. So Cole Young, team is wrong. Division is orange. Bats left, throws right is correct. Country of birth, USA, is correct. Age 22 is correct.
Ooh.
And
You got his
position,
age right.
position second base is wrong.
Okay. Word.
Whenever you get to our player, you guys are gonna laugh because he's been
He's been talked about.
yeah
He's been talked about on this show.
no
He's been
in,
talked
in,
about.
in the MLB stratosphere.
Okay.
In the sphere.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
I
who
probably
is
just
that.
Jacob's gonna see this name and he's gonna go, oh, it's that guy.
Is that guy who just not Connor Griffin, but the other young guy who just signed a big contract?
Well, he's on the.
Is he on the Mariners?
He's on the Mariners.
Oh,
His name is Colt. Yeah. Colt
yes,
Emerson, yeah.
that's right.
Oh yeah. Colt Emerson.
Not
The
him.
8-year contract. Colt.
Not old Colt.
No.
Man.
Charles, you know who I think needs an 8-year contract?
Who's that?
Drake Baldwin.
He does. They need to lock him up now.
He's good. He's really
very
good.
Yeah.
Did you see that he hit a foul ball and broke one? Like, you know the retired numbers they put way
Yeah.
up? He dented one. I think it was Phil Necro's number.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you should look that up. He hit the foul ball so hard that it literally took a piece out of Phil Necro's number.
I feel like Phil Necro probably still take a piece out of somebody now. Or is he dead?
Phil Necro, I think he's gone. He was a knuckleball pitcher.
Yeah, he died in 2020. I thought that was right.
I brought my old school notes here.
Oh, okay.
I have a story for you.
Okay.
Can I tell my story?
Of course, yeah.
Story time with me. The El Paso Chihuahuas. They are the AAA affiliate of the Padres.
Shouts out the Chihuahuas.
Yes.
Home of Garrett Hawkins.
They
right now.
played the Tacoma Rainiers. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, it's like the mountain.
Yeah.
And they are the AAA of the Mariners. Okay, here's my
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, they played last night.
This has not happened ever that I could find.
I think they play every year.
Matt Waldron is a pitcher who's rehabbing
Yeah,
the
he's a
Padres.
knuckleballer. Yeah.
That was a knuckleball. He faced off against a guy named Gabe Moser. I don't know how to say it. He throws a knuckleball.
Well, that's
If you take the big leagues, just Major League Baseball, in the era of time they've tracked pitching, that's since 2008, just 10 pitchers have thrown a knuckleball since 2008. Two guys facing off has never happened. Knuckleball versus knuckleball. Isn't that crazy?
that is.
That
do you
is
think that it's happened before? Undocumented. I mean, undocumented maybe isn't the best word, but like
It may have happened before, but in the era of time that I could research,
yeah.
I could not find it.
Because like we could only look up. It would take a while because we'd have to be like,
Yes.
that guy was a knuckleballer. Then we'd have to go find other knuckleballers in that time period.
You just don't. The knuckleball is something you don't see thrown hardly at all.
Yes.
Usually it's a guy that's like, I can't throw anything else. Let me try throwing a knuckleball
Or like
out
R.A.
there.
Dickey, where his arm was just finished and he had to only throw a knuckleball.
Right.
And then he had a great career.
I mean, PJ and Jacob, I only can list, like, in my head, less than 10 pitchers that I can think of that throw a knuckleball ever.
I can name R.A. Dickey and Matt Waldron. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, seriously.
I can name Vinegar Ben Mizell.
Did he throw a knuckleball?
I believe so. Yes.
What was his name again?
Vinegar Bend Mizell.
Vinegar Ben
Bend.
Mizell. Tim Wakefield?
He
Tim
doesn't
threw a
anymore.
knuckleball.
He's not alive anymore.
He's not alive anymore.
With a name like that, you can't imagine that.
Well, I
No,
salute
no.
him. He threw
Yeah.
a knuckleball.
Salute him.
Isn't that crazy,
Yeah,
though?
that is.
Man.
You don't see many knuckleballs anymore.
It's so crazy. A lot of writers are writing about it. That's how crazy
Yeah.
it was.
That's baseball, though. Something like that happens, all the writers like, I gotta talk about it.
I know.
Jacob looks like he's wants to
Oh,
tell
the
us that he's
pickle
got-
guess.
I got a Carter Jansen for you.
That's gotta be it. Gotta be it.
Carter Jensen.
You know why Carter Jensen was in the news lately, Charles?
I do. I'm racking my brain for why was he in the news recently? He was late.
He overslept.
Yes, he overslept.
It's easy to do when you're a 22-year-old,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm not 22 anymore, and I still do that.
They made Salvador Perez get up and
Poor
put
old
on
guy.
some catching gear.
He's like 59 years old, so it's probably hard on him.
How do you oversleep? Oh, I mean, in the middle of the day, I guess I can see it.
He's 36.
Carter Jensen's not 36. How
no,
old
no,
is he?
no.
22.
Jensen's
I'm
22.
Salvador Perez
Salvador
is-
Perez
Oh,
is
Salvador
36.
Perez.
Yeah.
Carter
Yeah,
Jensen
Salvador.
is correct.
Jacob,
Boom.
do you want to claim the point or not?
Absolutely. I mean, I'll claim
Then
the
you should
point
claim the
because
point.
you started making points a thing. Why would I not claim them?
Because I didn't want you to like take
Why
on
would I not-
points that you didn't want.
To be fair, I feel like the other game is definitely a point game. This is a team effort, you know. But Charles made it a point game, so
The other
That's
game is
what-
100% a point game.
that's where we have to go.
But this should be a team
you brought this
effort.
on yourself, Charles.
I helped you get there with
Yeah.
Austin Riley.
You help me get there pretty much every time. That's how it works.
Congratulations, Jacob. Another day, another pickle win.
Boom. All right.
Well, man, it's hard to talk about every topic,
Yeah.
but there is an elephant in the room we need to talk about. We really need to discuss the ABS.
Oh my!
A lot of stuff has happened with it.
I've been
Oh my
loving the
goodness.
challenges.
A lot of stuff.
I love the really obvious ones that get challenged.
Like the ones center cut right down the middle, and it's like,
yeah,
what
the
were you
single one that
watching?
was right down the middle.
Yeah.
Latest numbers.
Can I just, before you get into that,
Yeah.
generic, broad opinion, you like it? You like ABS?
I think it's I mean, I don't have much experience with anything
Yeah,
else, right?
right,
This is the
yeah.
first season I've actually truly paid attention to. So I can't
But you're coming in wondering, how do
speak
they
on
never have this?
But yeah, I'm coming in wondering how, I mean, at least for the viewers' sake, how is this not ever a thing? And then it's just like with soccer, right?
Right.
You should have the ability to replay and view that in real time or slow motion and see exactly what you think the ref saw
Yeah.
or the ump saw.
Charles?
Do I like the ABS? I like it right now.
Until something horrible happens.
Until
and-
something horrible happens to my team, I
Yeah.
like it.
Until the Braves start to suffer from it.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this. They have a website that tracks the ABS.
Oh, good. As they should.
And I'm going to give you some of these numbers. Overall, 55% are overturns. 55%.
Okay.
352 total attempts as of this recording. 195 are overturned. 157 confirmed. So, you see what I'm saying?
So basically, half the challenges that people don't know the strike zone. Is
And
that
what's really kind of crazy is the hitters are asking for it more often than you would think. The hitters are. Because, I was going into it thinking the catcher and the pitcher, and they are. They are. But a lot more hitters are asking for
you think it's because the pitcher, he's going to face more batters, and the batter is going to be up there 4 times. So if they make the umpire mad, they're not as upset about it because they're like, he's not going to see me until 3 more innings. Whereas a pitcher, he's like, I can't, because I feel like these umpires take it personally when you challenge their
Oh,
call.
absolutely. They
So if you challenge every call, they're going to be like, nah, I'm not going to.
Who was it that said they were quitting over this was their last season? There was an umpire. I swear, I read the other day.
I wouldn't be surprised. Probably CB Buckner because
Could
he's
have
had
been.
the
Said
worst
that they were-
time ever.
They were done. This
Could-
season was the last one because they can't stand it.
Could have been an April Fool's joke.
Could have been.
We
But I
don't
wouldn't
know.
blame him. Yeah.
This is kind of interesting, though. The team that has won the most challenges
The
is
Royals.
No.
Oh.
They're not even on this list.
I know Salvador Perez won like 20 the first weekend against the Braves.
The Minnesota Twins have had 13 challenges, and they've won 10 of them.
Wow.
Crazy, huh? Second is Tampa.
That's
Of
not
all
Those
teams.
guys are all smart.
This is what I propose, guys. This will never happen. It's imagination city for me in my head. What if they just like, hey, if your center fielder can call it, you're gonna get another one. You're gonna add.
If your center fielder
If your
can
center
call it,
fielder can get it right,
If your GM up in the box can get it right, you get another one.
if the maintenance man in the rafters can call it, then by all means you get another one.
If your janitor who's in the clubhouse cleaning up the lockers who didn't see the pitch can get it, you get 2.
right?
Absolutely.
I will say, and I know I mentioned Salvador Perez getting like 7 overturns. I'm not the biggest fan so far, and maybe I'm being a hater. I think we got to get the calls right, but I worry about catcher turning into glorified DH. Which
Yeah.
my friend Danny brought a good point to me. He said if you lose your challenges in the first inning, like his favorite team, the White Sox do, you still got to catch the rest of the game without it. So that's a good point. But Salvador Perez is not the best defensive catcher, and if he can get up there, he knows strike zone. Fair enough. But if that guy can get up there and overturn 7 calls in a weekend or whatever, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being harsh to Salvador Perez.
You hating on Salvador Perez today, PJ?
I think a little bit.
Jacob, ABS
Yeah.
ended a game for the first time on April 1st.
Really?
The catcher for the Orioles, his name is escaping me right at the moment.
Is it Rutschman or Bisaya?
That one. He asked for a replay on what would have been they called it ball 2. Asked for the replay. It was strike 3, ended the game.
Bro.
And they beat the Rangers.
See, that, whether it's the right call or not, that's just an unceremonious way to end a game.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be in the game.
Did everyone think it was a joke?
No, because everyone knows about this. But just picture being at the game.
Yeah, I mean, did all the fans think like, oh, wait, are they serious right now? Like, that'd be a good April Fool's joke.
Yeah. Right? I mean, it's kind of like an intentional walk, just like go to first. Used to you had to throw 4 pitches outside to intentional walk. Now it's just go to first.
So what's worse? Worst way to end a game? ABS overturn a call? Like a challenge overturn a call? Or like an intentional, or not intentional walk, a walk-off walk?
Ugh.
Because I remember, Charles, you might remember this one time. I think this is a funny, goofy thing. There was one time the bases are loaded and Ozzie Albies was up to the plate. If he got on, the game was over. If he got out, they went to the 10th. Freddie Freeman was on deck. Didn't even have a bat.
Right.
Because he wouldn't have mattered.
Right.
That's kind of goofy to just be like, walk, the game's over.
I know.
It's not the best way to end a game.
I think that you should play hard all the way to the end. Play through like it's like you might get something until it's over.
You should.
Well, yeah.
I think the ABS is a way worse thing. I mean, I understand why it can happen. They can't make some crazy rule like when you're in the 9th inning and there's 2 outs, you could not do a replay.
Right. That wouldn't. Because then what if it's horrible? What if it's right down the middle? The guy, and then the next pitch guy hits a walk-off home run.
Right. So if you're gonna have it, you have to go all
and
in.
If you still have your challenges on 20 after 26 outs, kudos to you.
Man, it's just a new thing. I think you'll like it over time.
We'll see. Maybe Sean Murphy comes back and starts stealing a bunch of strikes.
Man, there's so much to talk about in so little time, guys.
Charles, before we go, I'm going to run you through a hypothetical, and I want to hear your opinion on this, okay?
You want my opinion, Jacob?
I want to know exactly how you would respond. All right, you're a ref. Sorry, an umpire. You're an umpire. I sound like an absolute jamoke right now saying ref. You're an umpire.
I still do that sometimes. It's okay.
You watch so many sports.
Yeah.
The basics of it, these guys have the rules.
Yeah.
You're an umpire, and you see the ball come what you think is straight over the plate. You call it a strike. And it is the 3rd strike. 9th inning. Dude calls a replay. What are you going to say to him after he replays it and it comes back that your call was right?
I'm going to shove him to the ground and be like, that's what I thought.
Well, if the manager tries to argue that, they can't do that. I mean, if you're the umpire, just go up with your head high. I'm not saying anything to that guy.
What the best thing is now it's like, I might have got the call wrong to begin with, but then I was backed up by ABS, so it's like, who are you going to argue with? The picture that shows I'm right?
Right.
There's nothing to argue with.
Nothing to argue. Straight there. If you have an argument, I don't know what you're arguing.
Didn't somebody get ejected by a robot?
They did.
It was ABS overturned the call, and the guy went out there and was like, "That's not correct."
You can't argue.
It's like, what is there to argue?
You gone. You're out of there.
That's pretty nice now.
And you don't see ejections as much as you used to.
No.
If I were that umpire, though, Jacob, I'm just whatever. Look at the screen. It's right there for everyone to see.
I got one last thing to pose to you, Charles.
I like this game.
Yesterday, Jordan Lawler hit his first career home run for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And his teammates went with the classic pretend to not care. He thinks nobody's going to celebrate with him, and then they celebrate with him. You just hit your first big league home run. Do you want him to do the no celebrate, ignore you? What do you want? You want it to be like you pull in business as usual, act like you've been there? What are you doing?
I think I would want them to just immediately celebrate.
No funny business.
That's overdone, PJ.
I think it's funny.
It's funny, but a lot of teams do that stuff. Yeah. But, it only lasts a few seconds. And they're like, oh, never mind. Here we are. But
yeah,
I would prefer them to celebrate. It's a moment that will live on tape forever, right? So I say celebrate immediately.
Amazing.
storming the field.
It's true. Fair. Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Man, I guess we need to take our first show of our fourth show, well, our first show. I'm going to back up in time here and sort of do what we do and talk about our three things. Mine's
That's
the
right.
lefty of the day.
That's right.
And I wrote down one that we need to talk about. I'm surprised I haven't discussed this already. My lefty today is Dominic Smith. Walk-off grand slam in his Braves debut. He was drafted number 1 by the Mets in 2013, but he's an Atlanta Brave now. Walk-off grand slam, Dominic Smith.
I think that happens a lot. A lot of guys leave the Mets and the world gets better. It's amazing.
It's a great feeling.
Oh, that's what happens when you leave the Mets.
It's true. For my topic, now here's a guy. I got a guy, one of my favorite names in baseball history, and I think Jacob will be a fan after he hears this. Guy was actually a pretty good baller. He was an all-star. Won the World Series in 2002 with the Anaheim Angels.
Okay.
Chone Figgins.
Chone Figgins.
Yep. Desmond DeChone Figgins. He went by Chone. Third baseman, center fielder, second baseman. Shout out Chone Figgins.
And
Charles,
shout
you know
out.
what? You know where he was from?
Where's he from?
Georgia,
Georgia.
as everyone is.
And stepping up to the plate, we have Chone Figgins.
Oh, apparently it's pronounced Sean.
Sean Figgins.
Well, that's a little. That makes
Baseball
sense.
reference just ruined the fun.
We don't
Yeah,
know.
that totally
sometimes.
ruined.
Sean Figgins is a normal
Sean
name.
Figgins is nothing to
Yeah,
me.
it's spelled Chone.
Chone Figgins is a very memorable figure.
That's why I always remembered him because I mean that's just a funny name.
Wow. Okay, for my player in time, I chose a Adrian Morejon.
Adrian Morejon.
You
What
guys-
team is he on now?
He's on the Padres.
He's still on the Padres.
On the Padres. This guy defected from Cuba. Not deflected from Cuba, although I guess he could have technically.
If he bounced
If
off.
he bounced off
Yeah.
of it at some point. He defected from Cuba in 2015. Isn't that crazy?
That is very crazy.
And then now he's a professional baseball player. And he was
Shout
still
out.
playing like 15U and stuff in like 2014. So a teenager decides to come over and like
That's crazy.
get that
Couldn't
ball
imagine.
money.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, I've never done that.
The
Have
things
you,
people
PJ?
do for the love of the game,
No.
man.
Man. Well, I'm going to end today's show with a quote from Willie Stargell.
He was
He
good.
says, "It's supposed to be fun. The man says play ball, not work ball. You know, Willie Stargell." See you next time.